Thank you so much for inviting me. It's truly a privilege to be here amongst all of you. I think it's one of the best fora that has been created for sharing our views and to take forward efforts and measures of cooperation between our countries. It's a great moment I think we're all sitting on. We are all hoping that the effects of COVID are behind us. I think there are still some, thoughts regarding is there going to be a third wave in India or not. But I think by and large, the economy has moved ahead and we're all looking at growth taking forward with greater intensity. I just thought I'll take this opportunity to share with you a few things that SIDBI has done. I'm sure you're all aware that the SME sector in every single economy plays a major role and contributes quite a bit to both the GDP, exports, and of course to employment. So the figures in India, of course, will be always large. We have 63 million counted SMEs, and they give employment to about 110 million people. These figures are probably, on the lower side. It could even be higher than this. But the fact remains that there's a very large role that SIDBI has to play to enable the economy to serve this segment of the economy. The financial sector in India is very large. We have several large Indian banks. We have over 40 foreign banks which operate in India. And all of them, as per regulatory fiat, have to serve the MSME sector. Even despite that, we find that it's difficult to serve this sector for the reasons of very high operational costs. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so I'm leaving these slides with you. I don't intend to follow it line by line, but it's just to give you a flavor of the kind of work that SIDBI has done in its 30 years of existence. We have created several innovative products. We have brought in risk capital, we've brought in subordinate debt. This is apart from the primary role that SIDBI plays for giving refinance to other lenders for their MSME portfolios. There is a direct lending that SIDBI does, which of course cannot compare with what larger banks do. But in that direct lending, there is a lot of innovative and tailor-made products which cater to different SMEs. SIDBI has had a great partnership with the multilateral institutions, namely the World Bank, DFID, KfW, etc. And we are strengthening those partnerships as we speak. There is obviously in India a huge accent towards creating everything on a digital platform, because that is one way that we can certainly reach out to the vast number of SMEs that exist. And of course, as you would all know, the universe of SME is ranging from the big boys to actually the self-employed, and therefore our focus also shifts more towards the smaller micro entrepreneurship sector. Next, please. So again, this is just a listing of various activities that have been done in the past decade. Worthy amongst this is the fact that SIDBI has created what is known as a bill discounting or a digital bill discounting platform. And these are national platforms on which SMEs can come and get their bills discounted. This, of course, is on the heels of a very successful program that SIDBI ran within the country for manually based bill discounting. The other creation which actually boomed during the pandemic, and therefore it helped cater to the SME requirements during the pandemic, was the 59 minutes loan platform. It's a national platform where you have the banks on one side and you have the SMEs on the other side. And there's actually a matching that takes place through using a variety of algorithms based on public data. So we in India have public data of tax, of the actual goods and services that are sold and received. So the purchase of goods and services is what comes in what is known as the GST platform, or the goods and services tax platform. So between the income tax platform and the GST platform, and of course what the credit bureaus bring in terms of delinquencies and defaults, there is a good amount of information that can be used through simple codes, and that's what helps match the requirement of the borrowers with the supply of money from the lenders. And that's been a great step forward for the country. What SIDBI is also looking at is to address specifically the missing middle. So you have the slightly larger players, you also have the small businesses, but what happens when a household wants to move towards a slightly larger business? And that is really that space of, in terms of rupees, I would say it's, somewhere between 0.2 million to 0.5 million rupees. And that's the important segment which we're trying to now address. And once again, that happens through a digital platform. Let's move ahead, please. So this is just to give you an understanding of the roles that SIDBI has played. We have truly moved in the direction of democratizing credit. And that's really where the digital platforms come into play. And these are now multiple. So it's very good that in India we have seen a host of smaller lenders coming with entirely digital platforms for quick disbursement of funds to the SMEs. The fund of funds is another very important area. It's something where seed capital is provided to a variety of SMEs. And this happens by SIDBI providing funds to alternate investment funds, which are regulated entities in the country. And these alternate investment funds then search for eligible companies to provide them seed capital, or for that matter, venture capital. And this is something that's taken off very well. The pandemic led to a huge hemorrhage and a dislocation for so many SMEs. But through the last 18 months, because of several measures taken by the central bank and the government, there have been measures that have alleviated some of the adverse consequences. So the fund of funds is something that has also played its part in reviving the economy. Next, please. Just to give you an idea of the kind of scale of operations, these are just some figures that I'll leave with you, but we have a balance sheet size of about 2 trillion. This is all in rupees. And we contribute to about 10% of the total credit that flows to the MSME sector. We are obviously present across large parts of the country, and the footprint is there across more sectors than just where we have branches. So nearly 75% of districts, and India has roughly about 650 districts. So we do some kind of skilling, some kind of development programs across the country. Next, please. I just like to leave one very important thought, and I think that's something which, as DFIs, we could all take a call on that. And this is really about credit guarantee programs. So SIDBI has been running a credit guarantee program for the banking system. It's the big banks and the non-banks. So we have a vast network of lending institutions which are non-bank financial institutions. They have been used to a credit guarantee scheme that SIDBI has run for about 25 years. And when the pandemic hit, the government came in with very efficient schemes where credit guarantee was given all the way up to 100% just for the pandemic period. And that's something which I think has really stemmed the rot in terms of the SME's financial performance. It's also helped the banks to restructure loans and give a moratorium for repayments to so many SMEs. And the credit guarantee now is here to stay in a much larger way. So whatever SIDBI had done over the last 25 years was excellent learning, and it added beautifully into the much larger scheme that has now come from the central government itself. So this is something which I just thought I'd share with all of you. It's a very useful way of leveraging funds with a much larger reach across the SME sector. So it's really about liquidity measures that has helped the country in terms of overcoming the pandemic and the adverse effects of it. And of course, on the other side, you'll find that digitization of lending and support is really the way forward for SIDBI, and we are now helping the government in several of its schemes to be able to provide and reach the last mile. Next, please. So this is really our charter for the next 5 years. There's a huge gap. We're talking about 25 trillion rupees is the credit gap that's been measured by various studies. And this is somewhere the mandate of SIDBI. It's obvious that we are not going to be able to achieve that through our own balance sheet. But the idea is to get funds to reach out to so many smaller lenders, and thereby these lenders will be able to attract further funds from either equity players or from other debt funds, and thereby grow this corpus to make it reach somewhere near this figure of 25 trillion. So it's really about creating partnerships. It's about the DFI making its money available to several hundred more smaller lenders and causing them to have a multiplier effect in the economy. Of course, along with that, we can never de-emphasize the role of technology in providing this reach. And concomitantly is the need for financial literacy amongst the SMEs. We're talking about insurance products, which are absolutely necessary for small entities where there's a key person risk at any point of time, and therefore insurance is something which really goes side by side with lending. Next, please. This is another new area, which is, again, I'm saying it's new because SIDBI has brought in new funds with the help of the central bank into what is known as cluster development. Cluster development by itself is, of course, very well developed across several countries in the world, and it's achieves the economies of scale in terms of helping MSMEs to use common facilities, common machinery, common testing labs, common effluent treatment plants. So there's a lot of economies of scale that automatically come into a cluster development program. And therefore, this is one of those thrust areas which SIDBI is going to take forward in the years to come. Next, please. So thank you. Thank you for your patience, for hearing me out on that. I hope it was useful. It will engender further discussions and debates in your own countries and within your own organizations. And I think we are very happy to reach out to the DFIs in the Asia Pacific region and to be working alongside with all of you. Thank you so much.